We've got electric cars gunning for the future, iPhones buzzing with fresh upgrades, and get this, a phone that folds. Twice, and we won't stop there. We're even taking a peek behind the Great Firewall to explore the WeChat phenomenon.
It's not just about the cool factor, though. We're talking about the tech poised to redefine our world. Think game changers, not just gadgets.
You read my mind, so let's jump right in, shall we? First up, the BYD Atto 3 EV. And let me tell you, this is not some glorified golf cart. This EV boasts a whopping 400-kilometer range. That's like London to Paris without breaking a sweat, or should I say, without burning a drop of gas.
What's really turning heads in the EV world is the dedicated platform. It's like the Atto 3 was born electric, not some gas guzzler playing dress-up.
Exactly. And it's not just about being eco-friendly, though that's a big plus. This thing can move 0 to 100 kilometers in 7.3 seconds. But hold your horses, speed isn't everything. We need to talk safety.
Safety first, always. And the Atto 3 doesn't disappoint, a 5-star Euro NCAP safety rating. 7 airbags, a 360-degree camera. It's like having a guardian angel in the passenger seat.
Speaking of guardian angels, imagine saying goodbye to those gas station price hikes. EVs are kind to your wallet in the long run, but,
There's always a but, isn't there?
well, let's be real, the upfront cost of EVs is still a hurdle for many. And then there's the charging infrastructure, especially for those long hauls. Not quite as simple as pulling into a gas station, at least not yet. True, true. And BYD is still a relatively new name in some parts of the world. That longevity question always pops up with newer brands. All right, let's shift gears from the open road to the gadgets we love to obsess over. iPhone 16 and 16. Plus, they're here, they're sleek, but the real question is, what's the big whoop this time around?
Under the hood, both models are packing the new A18 Bionic chip. We're talking blazing fast performance, rivaling some laptops. Imagine console-quality gaming, battery-smooth video editing, all on your phone.
And of course, it wouldn't be an iPhone launch without some camera love. Both get a 48MP main camera and can shoot 4K video at a slick 60 fps. But can we talk screen real estate for a sec? The iPhone 16 Plus comes with a monstrous 6.9-inch display. I mean, my hand already cramps just thinking about it.
Yeah, that big screen is a dream for media junkies. And with up to 27 hours of battery life, you can binge watch to your heart's content. But all that screen space does come with a trade-off, namely a bulkier phone.
Good point. And while we're on the subject of the display, it's rocking a 60 Hz refresh rate. Not a deal breaker for everyone, but gamers used to those silky smooth visuals on other high-end phones might notice the difference. Okay, are you ready for this? We're about to enter the twilight zone of phone design because the Huawei Mate XT is here and it folds. Twice.
It's wild, right? The Mate XC can morph from a 6.4-inch phone that fits in your pocket to a book-style 7.9-inch device, and then bam, a full-blown 10.2-inch tablet. Talk about a multitasker's dream.
And the crazy part is, it's surprisingly slim. Even when it's all unfolded, it feels straight out of a sci-fi movie.
But it's not just about looks. The Mate XT boasts fast charging, both wired and wireless, and that flexible OLED display is easy on the eyes. But, and this is a big but, there are a few catches.
Yeah, time for a reality check. No IP rating on this bad boy, which means no official water or dust resistance.
A deal breaker for anyone prone to clumsiness or, living life outside a bubble.
And be ready to empty your wallet because this phone costs as much as some high-end laptops. But the real gut punch, no Google mobile services, no Gmail, no Google Maps, no Play Store.
That's a tough pill to swallow, especially for users outside of China who rely heavily on Google's ecosystem.
Talk about food for thought. It makes you wonder about the trade-offs we're willing to make in the name of cutting-edge tech.
And speaking of trade-offs, let's switch gears from hardware to software and explore an app that's practically a way of life in China WeChat. You might think it's just another messaging app, but oh boy, it's a whole lot more than that.
It's like stepping into an alternate tech dimension, right? For one app to rule them all actually exists.
You nailed it. In China, WeChat is practically part of the DNA.
It's mind-blowing. People use it for absolutely everything. Messaging, calls, paying for stuff, shopping sprees, ordering, takeout, booking appointments, you name it.
It's a prime example of how an app can become this all-encompassing digital ecosystem.
Yeah.
WeChat's not just an app, it's a lifestyle.
The Swiss Army knife of apps, for sure. And that built-in translation for like 20 languages. Genius. Imagine traveling and having that kind of seamless experience all through one app. It's like a digital passport to the world.
Powerful stuff, no doubt. But we've got to acknowledge the elephant in the room, data privacy and censorship.
Right. Those are serious issues that can't be ignored. It's a stark reminder that even the coolest, most innovative tech comes with its own set of baggage.
Speaking of innovation, let's talk Apple. The MacBook Air with that M3 chip is causing quite a stir.
And for good reason. The M3 chip is a game changer, no question. We're talking about a massive performance boost. Faster, smoother, more powerful. It's like cramming desktop performance into a laptop that practically disappears in your bag.
Okay, but let's talk battery life. Portability is great, but a dead laptop is about as useful as a chocolate teapot.
Apple's squeezed some serious juice out of the M3. You can easily get through a full day work, play, whatever you're into on a single charge. Now that's what I'm talking about. And that liquid retina display, forget about it. It's like having a portable cinema. For the AI enthusiasts out there, the M3 also has a beefed up neural engine, which means AI tasks just fly.
Exactly. Faster photo editing, voice recognition that actually gets you, smoother AI-powered apps, it's the real deal.
But even with all the bells and whistles, there's always a trade-off lurking somewhere, right? What's the catch with this sleek machine?
Well, the M3 MacBook Air will set you back a bit more than the previous generation. And like a lot of laptops these days, it's a bit stingy on the ports. You'll probably need to embrace the dongle life.
The dongle life, it's real. Anything else to keep in mind?
The base model comes with limited storage and memory. So if you're a digital hoarder or you work with demanding applications, you might want to consider splashing out on an upgrade. And for the hardcore gamers, while the M3's graphics are impressive, there are still machines out there specifically designed for slaying digital dragons.
All good things to ponder. Okay, time to shift gears again. Let's talk about a technology that's got everyone buzzing augmented reality, or AR for short.
AR's been on the horizon for a while now, but we're finally starting to see some really cool applications, especially in gaming, retail, education. It's really starting to take off.
I've seen those videos, with people wearing AR glasses, interacting with virtual stuff overlaid on the real world. It's like something straight out of Ready Player One.
Right. It's wild. Imagine trying on clothes virtually without leaving your house, or learning about ancient Rome by actually walking through a virtual coliseum.
The possibilities are mind-blowing. But let's talk tech for a sec. What's fueling this AR revolution?
One of the biggest things is the arrival of these super powerful yet tiny processors and sensors. They can handle the massive amount of data AR needs to work seamlessly. And display technologies come a long way too. Higher resolutions, wider fields of view. The line between real and virtual is getting blurrier every day.
It sounds like AR is about to go mainstream.
Absolutely. Some even say it could replace our smartphones. Think about that.
Wow. Bold prediction. But it really makes you think about where all this is headed.
Definitely. AR has the potential to change everything. How we work, how we learn, how we shop, even how we connect with each other.
It's like stepping into the future. Okay, one last tech giant to tackle artificial intelligence, or AI for short.
AI is evolving at an incredible pace, and its potential is pretty much limitless. Healthcare, finance, transportation, entertainment.
It's everywhere you look, isn't it? Chatbots, recommendation algorithms. It's like AI's infiltrated every corner of our lives.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. AI's influence is only going to grow from here.
What are some of the big AI breakthroughs that have you excited?
Machine learning is huge right now. It's this idea that AI systems can learn from data on their own without being explicitly programmed.
So instead of being spoon-fed instructions, they can figure things out for themselves.
Precisely. This has led to some amazing breakthroughs in things like natural language processing, image recognition, even predicting the future, sort of.
It's mind-boggling, really. But like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. What are some of the potential AI pitfalls we need to be wary of?
One of the big ones is job displacement. As AI gets smarter, it could automate jobs currently done by humans.
That's a valid concern. We've got to start thinking about the future of work and make sure everyone's prepared for this AI-driven world.
Absolutely. Another worry is the potential for misuse. Think deepfakes, autonomous weapons, scary stuff.
We're entering ethically murky waters, that's for sure. We've got to be having these tough conversations about AI and make sure it's used for good, not for harm.
Couldn't agree more. AI ethics can't be an afterthought. Okay, let's round things off with a tech buzzword that's impossible to ignore: blockchain.
I've heard it everywhere, but if I'm being honest, I'm still a little fuzzy on what it actually is.
Basically, picture a digital ledger, but instead of being controlled by one central authority, it's spread across a whole network of computers.
So instead of, say, a bank being in charge, it's like a shared responsibility.
Exactly. And because the data is everywhere and nowhere at the same time, it's incredibly secure and transparent.
That's actually pretty ingenious. So beyond the whole cryptocurrency craze, what else can we do with this blockchain magic?
Oh, it's got the potential to disrupt just about everything. Supply chains, voting systems, healthcare records. We're just scratching the surface here.
We're talking about a potential paradigm shift in how things work. It's pretty clear we're living in the midst of a tech revolution. From EVs and smartphones to augmented reality, AI, and blockchain, it's a lot to wrap your head around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's only going to get more mind-blowing from here. It's
Yeah.
our job to keep learning, keep questioning, and make sure we're shaping this technological future, not the other way around.
It's like we're standing on the edge of a whole new era, you know? The pace of tech nowadays is, well, a little mind-blowing.
Tell me about it. It's exciting, sure, but there's this side of me that wonders if we're not just playing with fire sometimes.
Exactly. Like, we've got all this power at our fingertips, but are we ready for it? Are we using it wisely? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It's the question, all right?
Mm.
Technology is a tool, right? And like any tool, it can be used to build incredible things or, well, not so much. It all comes down to the choices we make.
And those choices, they're not getting any easier. It's not just about picking the latest phone anymore. It's about navigating this whole new reality where tech is woven into everything.
It's blurring the lines, that's for sure. The line between the real and the digital, between human and, well, not. It raises some pretty big questions ones we don't have all the answers to.
Not even close. But that's why we have these conversations, right? To try and make sense of it all, to figure out our place in this tech-driven world.
Exactly. And it can't just be us techies having these conversations. It takes everyone, policymakers, companies, everyday folks like our listeners, to steer this ship in the right direction.
It's a team effort, that's for sure. And that brings us back to a theme we've been circling all episode, the trade-offs, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Like WeChat, right? Crazy convenient, but that whole privacy thing is, well, concerning, to say the
It's
least.
a classic example. Or take the M3 chip. Amazing performance, but it comes at a cost, both literally and in terms of e-waste. We can't just ignore these downsides.
No way. And those downsides, they're getting more complex as tech becomes more intertwined with our lives. It's a lot to unpack. But hey, that's what we're here for, right?
Absolutely. We're all figuring this out together.
Mhm.
The important thing is to stay informed, ask the tough questions, and never stop being curious.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, folks, we've reached the end of our tech roller coaster. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a mix of excitement and, well, a healthy dose of what have we gotten ourselves into?
A healthy dose indeed.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the beauty of it all, isn't it? The future's unwritten, and tech's just another brushstroke on the canvas.
Beautifully put. And on that note, we'll leave you to ponder the possibilities. Don't just take our word for it, though. Go out there and explore. Read, research, challenge the status quo. The world of tech needs more curious minds like yours.
You're here. And who knows, maybe one of you listening will be the next tech revolutionary. We'll be here ready to dive deep into whatever mind-blowing creation you come up with.
That's right. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and remember, the future of tech is what we make it. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride through the world of tech. We'll catch you on the next deep dive